For about the first 40 years of my life, I was not a morning person, but now it's my favorite time of the day. Just a few minutes to myself before the rest of the house gets up. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the shower, pack Bradley's lunch, take her to school, and then I'll head back and we'll do a rundown of the day's events real quick. I'll see you in a sec.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a
Good morning. I hope you guys are staying warm. It's that time of year when I pull out all of my massive coffee mugs. It's for a variety of different reasons. Coffee and collagen, hot chocolate, basically any meal I'm going to consume is going to go in one of my huge coffee mugs. You can fit everything in there. It has a handle. You can wrap your hands around it and keep them warm. I mean, I wouldn't suggest a steak, but everything else can go in your big mug. I've always preferred eating out of a mug as opposed to using a plate or a bowl or a small dish. If you have not tried eating out of a mug, you're missing out. We're going to have a chat later. This is just the morning rundown, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts. I don't know if it's the season. I don't know if it's just things that have been going on in my life recently, but I feel like I've hit a wall. We'll talk about it during the chat, but I've just run out of steam. Emotionally, I'm like not in a good place. And I know that it happens to a large group of people this time of year. Like I was saying, all the meals today, they are going to be keto-friendly meals. They are low carb, quick, simple, the way I like it. No, they're not clean. Yes, the foods that I put in my body do have chemicals and natural flavors and all of those things that seem to be a hot topic for a few people out there. Like I always say, find what works for you and you do you. I don't know why people are so cruel and hateful about what other people eat and consume. I don't understand why they care. You know, that's another thing we're going to talk about during the chat later. That's probably one of the reasons I've had this mini spiral lately. I just put out a video not long ago why I'm quitting keto, and I explained what was going on with me. That video, wow, that caused a ruckus. You're gonna have an amazing day. I'm gonna have a great day. Everything's gonna be okay. Let's both keep repeating that.
Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it.
It's time for breakfast. And my goal this morning is to keep the total carb count as low as possible so that way I won't require a ton of insulin. Instead of my regular keto tortilla, I'm going to be using one of the Egg Life wraps. This one's the original grain-free, dairy-free, and zero total carbs. I lay it out flat, then I take my pizza cutter and slice it to the center. Then add your favorite filling, one food to each fourth, and then fold over. The eggs go onto the cheese, then onto the bacon, and then I fold it over to the sausage. Once I have it folded up nice and tight, I take a pan, I add butter, and I crisp it up on both sides. Breakfast in under 5 minutes. If you want to do this with a Mission's keto tortilla shell, you can. If you want to keep the carb count low, then go with one of the Egg Life wraps. Endless possibilities here. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. You could even make a dessert. To drink, I filled up my Tervis with ice water.
Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it.
I feel like today has flew by. I lost track of time while I was cleaning out the fridge, but I did discover what I'm going to have for lunch. Hiding in the very back was a can of chicken. These are the large cans of Members Mark all white meat chunk chicken breast that I pick up at Sam's Club. I like to keep them in the refrigerator because I like my chicken salad cold. And for some reason, in the very bottom of the vegetable drawer, I ran across the Fresh Signature Missions Carb Balance Original Pitas. I also picked these up at Sam's Club. One entire pita is a serving with 25 carbs. If you count net carbs, it only has 8. But these are large and I don't eat a whole one. So what I do is, you guessed it, take my pizza cutter, cut it down the center, and then stuff it full of whatever you want. Since I only eat half of the pita, it's 4 net carbs or 13 total carbs. Today I'm making a loaded chicken salad. After I drain the water off of the chicken, dump it in a bowl, add shredded cheese, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of sour cream, some bacon, sprinkle some pink salt, and mix together. I put as much chicken salad as I can possibly fit into that pita pocket. And believe it or not, there was a little bit left. I did want a side. I felt like I needed some crunch, aka chips. So I put a few of the Great Value pork rinds on the plate. These are the chili limon. Let's go with chili lime. Wonderful flavor, less than 1 carb per serving, but they do have maltodextrin in them. So if you're sensitive to that, you might want to skip these. There you go. Another quick, easy meal. Delicious, low carb, and filling. I've been retaining a little bit of fluid lately, so for lunch, I'm going to have some more water.
Pick one thought, have some concentration, and if I make a mistake, it's called education.
Did I mention in my part of the world, the South, East Tennessee, that it has officially become ugly fall season, where everything's gloomy, dark, damp, there's no leaves on the tree? I'm not complaining, I'm just wondering how fall can be so many people's favorite season, because pretty fall only lasts about a week and then we get into hideous fall, and I don't like that fall. That's why I'm a spring and summer kind of person. Also, during the fall, I always have the worst chapped lips. I'm using this right now, O'Keeffe's Lip Repair not time treatment lip balm, but I'm using it basically 24/7 and I'm still having chapped lips. So if you got any suggestions for me, any way to keep these things from chapping, come on, you gotta let me know what it is. Because I feel like at this point I've tried everything. Welcome to Snack and Chat, Snip and Chat, Slap and Chat. Wow, got some marbles in there today. Well, welcome to the evening chat. There's a lot to get caught up on while I'm going over some major points that need to be addressed. I will be sipping on and doing a review of a new drink. This is Remedy Sparkling Apple Cider Vinegar. I know. No sugar, flavor, blood orange, naturally flavored. I know some people don't like natural flavors. As far as nutritional facts, 10 calories, 0 fat, 0 sodium, 5 total carbs, 5 erythritol, making it 0 net carbs, and 0 protein. I'm gonna flash the ingredients up on the screen in case you want to pause it and run through those. Everything looks great. It is going to be sweetened with erythritol and stevia. Saw this at Dollar Tree. You know, it's one of my favorite places. So for $1.25, I thought we'd do a quick review just in case this is absolutely amazing and I need to pick up more, and you might want to as well. About 1,012,000,000 little stamps on the back. USDA organic, vegan, non-GMO verified, gluten-free, raw, and unpasteurized. 2 shots of apple cider vinegar in every can. Not gonna beat around the bush here. We're gonna pop it open so that we can chat and go over some things. Ooh, there is a little bit of a color to it. Not much. Not much at all. Just like a little tint of orange. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Yeah. You can smell that apple cider vinegar. Now I'm worried. Let's give it the taste test. Okay, that's going to be an acquired taste, but not bad. I don't know how to explain it. It reminds me of something better than some of the energy drinks and new Cokes that I've tasted lately. Not something that I would probably want to pair with a meal. Oh, I know what reminds me of, it just hit me when I said pair with a meal. It reminds me of A1 steak sauce. What? That's exactly what it reminds me of. Now I want steak for dinner. Okay, not bad. I'm going to look up benefits on apple cider vinegar. I don't even know if there are any. You guys let me know in the comments. Apple cider vinegar? Yay? Nay? Good for you? I don't know. Now that I did the review, let's get caught up on all the things. Still, no update on the progress with my insulin pump being approved by insurance. Come to find out, it did need to go to the board for approval. It's November and the board meets in November. Maybe, hopefully, there will be a change in the plan saying that Omnipod will be added to the insurance/prescription plan and I can get it. So, crossing my fingers that when that goes to the board this November, it'll get approved and I can at least try it out and see if it's going to help stabilize my blood sugars since I am sensitive to insulin and sensitive to food. So food makes me spike straight up, no matter what it is, even carnivore, no processed food, just a steak, nothing on it, straight up. And then as soon as I take insulin, by the time it hits my bloodstream, straight down. So this is what I look like, an EKG all the time. Never this kind of a line. And this is what makes me feel bad. This would take away some of the brain fog and make me feel good. So there's where I stand on the insulin pump. I know nothing. Now let's get into the fun stuff. Over just the past couple of weeks, I've put out some different content other than what I ate in a day and grocery hauls. The first one that came out was why I'm quitting keto. You'll find it down there. I'll try to link it in the description box, but they're not liking me linking it up here or anywhere. But you'll find it. I'll even put a picture of what it looks like right here so you'll know which thumbnail to look for. That video really stirred the pot in so many possible ways. I can't even go over them all. I mean, it just caused drama. Even drama behind the scenes over here that you probably don't know about. I did post about it in the Facebook group. It'll be linked in the description box too. Put a clip over there so you can see exactly what kind of drama I'm talking about. But apparently that video was reviewed and deemed controversial and traumatic for some viewers. How is my story, which I kept to a minimum, explaining why I will no longer be doing keto because I'm not in ketosis anymore. And that's because of the pump thing and the situation, ups and downs. But anyways, somehow it was deemed traumatic and a list of other horrible things were cited that video was, which they were not. So again, if you want to go watch it and give me your thoughts, I'd greatly appreciate it. That video also brought out the keto popo in full force, telling me things like I was never really on a keto diet anyways because, and then the list was long. You eat too many processed foods. You can't have that on keto, blah, 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 blah. Also learned from the why I'm quitting keto video that people are really confused on type 1 diabetes versus type 2 diabetes, which is completely and totally understandable. Before I was a type 1 diabetic, I had no idea that there was such a huge difference. It's like day and night. And then there were the comments that just blow your mind. Like, you have type 1 diabetes because you eat meat. Wow. Honestly, I could go on and on and on and on. So much came from that video. So many possible topics, so much misinformation. What happened was I decided to go ahead and start my podcast / vlog, basically a sip and chat, snack and chat, but in its own dedicated video where I'm giving it a title of Keto VlogCast, vlog and podcast combined. See where I'm going there? still looking for a good name for the series, that's going to be where I address the bigger subjects, the topics that come from videos like that I feel need to be gone over. So I did release that video, episode 1. I'm going to link it for you in the cards and down in the description in case you missed it. If you want to go watch it, I would really appreciate it. I go over a lot more detail in that video. Talk about food shaming and keto police. Spoiler alert, we need to put a stop to that. It is not okay for anyone to be judged. Period. End sentence. Full stop. People need to stop judging others and stay in their lane. Am I wrong? I don't think so. As someone who has been obese and overweight for around 4 decades, nobody ever said a word about what I ate, what I was putting in my mouth, Pop-Tarts and Oreos and all that stuff. Not a word. But as soon as I adopt what I feel is a lifestyle that works for me, wow, just everybody starts putting their opinion and 2 cents onto it and being very judgmental. I am not saying that anyone should have said a word to me at 330 pounds, like, should you be eating that Pop-Tart, Kristi? Oh no, that's none of their business either. Even if they don't agree with the lifestyle I'm doing and the foods I eat, why waste that energy? Because it doesn't affect you. Wonder if this video will be deemed controversial and traumatic for some viewers. You guys, you know I love you. Everyone that's subscribed to this channel. I am positive the negative comments don't come from you guys. Hold on a minute. I need to step off of my soapbox. Wow, that turned into a rant. I didn't mean for it to. It's just I feel so passionate about this topic. Okay, I'm gonna go drink my A1 steak sauce and I will see you at the next meal. Don't forget to go check out those videos if you missed them somehow though. You definitely want to get caught up on all that. Chris just got home and said he had some news for me, so what is it?
I just received a phone call that asked me if I've heard anything about your Omnipod. And I said, no, I've not heard anything. They said, well, sit tight and wait for a phone call.
That we would hear something today.
You would hear something today, yes.
But they are in a different time zone than we are. Okay, well, sit tight.
Ups and downs, just like every different season.
Dinner tonight is leftovers. All I had to do was reheat and eat. We're having low carb chicken parmesan. Tomato sauce that I'm using is the no sugar added Lucchini organic spicy Tuscan tomato. And I'm using very little. The noodles are something that I ordered from Amazon. I believe they're pronounced Kaizen. Ziti noodles made with lupin flour, and there's 2 net carbs per serving. Gluten-free, high protein, and they have several different varieties available. I'll link them down in the description box in case you just want to go look at those over on Amazon. I used thin cut chicken breasts and I seasoned those with garlic and Italian seasoning. And then I fried those in olive oil. Once they were done, I coated them with some Parmesan and mozzarella. Then I put the chicken in the air fryer just to crisp up the top. It was super simple. I'm making it sound way more difficult than it really was. And to drink, I'm having a Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. I had some of the voodoo flavor left over.
I live my life in my head like a narration.
I decided to venture outside, even though it is freezing cold, for this really quick update. Honestly, I'm speechless. Let's backpedal really quickly and do a recap. August, my doctor prescribed Omnipod for my type 1 diabetes in hopes that it would help stabilize my blood sugar. Insurance denied it. So I've been fighting it ever since. 3 months. Chris got the phone call today and gave us that update where he was told the board was meeting. Hang tight. Someone would get in touch with us by the end of the day and let us know what the outcome was. Chris has been on the phone for about the past 35 minutes with multiple head honchos, people higher up, the ones that call the shots. Apparently, when the board met today and found out that this situation had not been taken care of already by the insurance, the ones below them, the upper management, the CEO of the board or whatever, was pretty much livid and apologized profusely. This should have been taken care of immediately. It was just a little glitch in the system and it should not have taken this long. Then someone else called, walked him through the whole process, said they have already called the pharmacy, ran it through to make sure it was going to be smooth sailing and that I wouldn't have any issues when I went to fill the prescription this time. So, hanging in there, not giving up, even though I wanted to, more times than I can count, has paid off. I feel like I've won. I feel like we've won. The doctor said that the first month on an insulin pump is a learning process and it's going to be hard getting used to an insulin pump plus getting used to a brand new blood glucose monitor because I will no longer be on the Libre because it doesn't connect with the Omnipod. I'm going to have to go onto the Dexcom G6. So I'm going to have to get used to two new things. It's going to be a process, but I'm going to give it the first month and I'm going to give it time to adjust. And then, of course, I'm going to give it that second month and hopefully 2 months worth of being on an insulin pump will help me to figure out if it's something that I like, if it's for me or not. If I would have paid for it out of pocket, the insulin pump alone, I will get 10 of the pods when I fill the prescription and they have to be changed every 3 days. But if I paid out of pocket for it, it would have been around $800. With my insurance, they told me it would only be $30 a month. So that was one of the main reasons I was fighting with the insurance. I didn't want to pay $800 or $1,600 for 2 months worth just to try something and then not like it. There's the news. Got approved. Now I'm going to call it into Walgreens and hopefully I can pick it up tonight. There's still a whole other process, a training process and everything that I have to go through before I'll be able to start using it. And I don't know how long it takes for the office to set that up. The doctor's office to set it up. Okay, that's my story, morning glory. I'm done. I just got a phone call. Let's go. And here is what that 3-month battle was for. The Omnipod 5, each one of these boxes has 5 pumps and they have to be changed every 3 days. So I have a total of 10, 30 days worth. Now all I have to do is wait on the office to contact me, set up training, and then I can get started. I paid $30 out of pocket for my prescription and my insurance saved me $713. That is a huge chunk. I am physically and mentally exhausted, so I'm going to call it a night. I'll have everything that I mentioned today linked for you in the description box, along with a ton of discount codes, so make sure you go down there and check all of it out. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you're having a great day.
Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot.